You're listening to the Be Forever Cool podcast. My name is Rex 45.
My name is TJ with 2 Wheels and Coffee.
Smitty, Smith Shot Racing.
And your boy Trax Starz, baby. Let's go.
All right, man. Listen, no smiling today, man. No smiling. It's not a good day.
Yo, it's all smiles.
All smiles.
Not in Italy.
Not over there. They made a big mistake. Big time. Big time.
You know, let's.
Hey, they still play their cards right though.
Let's talk about the obvious, and we'll get to it. Yes, Jorge Martin won the world title. Pecco Bagnaia did everything he could do to. Yeah, we shouldn't say do everything he can do because he crashed out a lot. But in the last round, that's the best you can ask for a challenger to do. Is to win both races and stuff like that. From an overall entertainment perspective, guys, what do you guys think about the sprint race, the race weekend? I was sitting there, just praying that Martin would crash out in the main race. What's going on, TJ?
Watch your mouth.
What are your overall thoughts?
Watch your mouth, son.
Yeah, I want to apologize. Well, not apologize. I'm just sorry, Rexy. Pecco put up a strong fight for sure. I mean, he definitely showed why he's champion. I mean, no one else ran up front like he did. I mean, even to put the fight he did in the last race. But, at the end, he had to surrender. But what a way to go down. I mean, to do what he did in the sprint, I mean, even after practice, like when he crashed just accidentally, it didn't really throw him off, He still went out there and did what he had to do. I mean, last year, this is a race that he crashed out as well and got ran over. So, none of those memories stuck with him. He definitely fought hard to the end. But he kept us on our toes for sure. I mean, Martin could not crash at all.
Smitty, were you worried like I was? Were you worried that Martin was going to crash? I was hoping he was going to crash.
No.
So, did you think Martin handled himself well? I mean, turn one of the main race? He almost tucked the front. The sprint, he almost tucked the front.
A little sketchy
in turn one, but like, what do you think of Martin's performance the weekend? He won, so I don't think he could have done any better.
I mean, bro, I'll tell you what, both guys did what they had to do. Pecco had to win both races. He won them. Martin had to not make a mistake. He didn't make a mistake. But he had a lot of guys coming. It seemed like he had a couple of guys trying to, mess him up a little bit, The beast kind of got a little sketchy on him, but Martin just kept his... Wait. I see that face you making over there, man.
Riding, man. Rubbing his riding. Come on, man.
Yeah. But Martin kept his composure. So, you know what? Go ahead, man. You're right. I'll chill back here in third or fourth place, and I'll walk home champion tonight, which he did. So, mission accomplished.
Track Stars. Is this the demise for Ducati?
Demise.
Man, I don't think it is. I think we just started a new wave. Next season, I go back to VR46, rooting for my man Pecco. Cause I'm never going for Marquez ever. Never.
You got a chance, man. You got a chance.
I think Pecco's gonna give him a run for his money. I think Pecco knew this year. I think he he really felt the pressure of Marquez coming over to the team, and it didn't let him really focus on the goal for this year. But I think knowing the poison that he's gonna be dealt next year, because that's what Ducati did, bring poison straight to the team and trying to feed it right, put that in the air right next to Pecco. I think he's gonna. Pecco's one of the strongest minds in MotoGP, and one of the most consistent people. But I think he's one that kind of builds himself this immunity to poison. But the Marquez poison was sudden. So it really hit him because it wasn't something he expected or nobody expected for Marquez to be given that choice so quickly. But he's gonna bring a resilience to it on this off season. He'll focus on what he has to do, and it's back to the drawing board for next year. And he got the best man next to him to face Marquez, who is Valentino Rossi. So it's gonna be spicy.
It is, and I think a lot of the conversation is going to be about Ducati and Pecco, and I want to say this as I was thinking, listening to you Trax Starz talk. I feel, and maybe it's just me being disgruntled that Martin won. I feel like the celebration of Martin winning is like the WNBA, the Liberty, parade.
Oh, stop it! Stop
it! You can't be mad at that celebration.
But what I'm saying is
that celebration was.
Do you think that Martin had the same celebration that Pecco had the year before or the year before? It felt like Martin was kind of, hurry up, we got to go to the award show.
Yo, TJ, please, get into it, man, because this guy pissed me off right now with this comment.
I mean, the Martinator theme speaks for itself. Like the way he came out. I mean, I felt like his performance was pretty cool in his celebration. What did Pecco do last year? He dunked the basketball.
I think it was a guitar last year. Was it a
guitar?
I think it was guitar the year before. No, it was guitar last year, and I think the year before was basketball, or vice versa. But
yeah, the Terminator theme, and the smoke, and then he come out, this stuff that we didn't expect. It was a little different, So I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Smitty,
about what his celebration?
Yeah, celebration. What Ducati? I don't know. Like even Ducati. Obviously it's not the factory team, so maybe the blame goes to Pramac. But I don't know. It's like I didn't feel the same love from Ducati.
I mean, he's leaving. Well, what do you expect? It's kind of like get out of here. All right, you're done. But honestly, and kind of off that topic for a little bit, I'm kind of glad he's leaving, and I'm glad he's leaving this way. He won, he's gone. Because, I mean, the sheet should have been his 2 years ago.
I'm the guy, obviously. I'm kind of glad he's leaving.
No. Okay, I'm glad he's leaving with the championship. Because honestly, for the past 2 years, Ducati kind of just put him on the back burner. They gave Beast the seat first, and then Marquez. Like, yo, come on, man.
He would have been hot water if he didn't get it this year.
So he's bitter, and he left.
It got to be a little bit of fake love. That's what I'm saying. There's a little bit of fake love, but you didn't pick him.
No, I think who's getting fake love is Marquez, man. Okay. You guys got it all wrong. Okay. I think seriously, I think who they really wanted there was next to Pecco was Martin. I mean, yo, when you look at what I'm talking about,
Ducati,
the garage.
Audi wanted.
I'm
Marquez.
talking about the garage. You're talking about corporate America or corporate Italy. I'm talking about the garage and the paddock.
It's the Germans
really wanted. I think really wanted Martin to get the seat that he deserved 3 years ago, 3 years in a row. Bastianini was an amazing rider, but I think that we always knew that Jorge was gonna get the championship. Martin is a super talent, and not only a super talent, he's super sociable. People, when you think of a superstar, that everyone loves, Martin is that person. Martin has no enemies. No enemies.
Right.
Only has
Right.
competitors.
Yeah.
Only competitors.
Right.
And Marquez has enemies.
He does.
Yeah,
He
no,
does.
I agree that Martin is marketable. He has the look. He has the look that most MotoGP riders generally don't have to charm the girls and all that. And so it's interesting that like Audi decided. I gotta say it's Audi that decided to stick Marquez in there. So I felt like Ducati didn't show Martin the kind of love, and I don't know if it's factory or because it's leaving or whatever, which is, I guess it also makes it more of the reason to leave, right? So now, you guys had talked about, I think it was TJ that said, how Pecco did. The man won 12 races, 11 main races, and I don't know how many sprint races. So,
Not enough.
But
So I'll ask you guys this, right? If Marquez is, what do you think that Pecco learned from this season, and how do you feel he's going to be next year? Do you think he's going to be the favorite to win the title in 2025?
I don't think he's going to be the favorite to win the title. I think Mark is going to be the favorite.
Okay.
He was pretty much almost the favorite this year
Marquez?
before the season started.
Marquez is down by
I don't think he's
100 points. Can't be the favorite this year.
what's that?
I said Marquez was the favorite for this year.
Well, I mean, before the season started.
What?
I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. I thought the people.
You say Marquez was the favorite when the season started, 2024? Or
I'm
you
not
talking about
saying. I'm not
2025?
saying
Oh,
that.
you said other.
I'm not saying that.
Other people.
Some people were like, just because Mark was going to Ducati, they were rooting for him to win the championship, like off the bat.
Got you.
So,
hell no.
I wasn't agreeing with that, but I'm just saying.
I hate
that
Marquez.
So I think he's probably going to be the favorite going into this year. That
Next
he's
year.
going to be on the factory team and one of the newer bikes.
Okay. So yeah. So okay.
But your favorite, you're saying too?
Smitty, who me?
I mean,
I haven't said yet.
no. I'm not. I mean, I've never been. When I look at Mark Marquez, I still think Honda. So nothing against Honda.
No, but if you had to put your house, you put your house up.
Marquez
I don't know.
or
I can't.
Pecco?
Marquez or Pecco, might have to go Mark.
Oh wow.
Have to go-
Okay. Smitty.
I'm gonna have to go Mark. I'm
Next year's favorite, Marquez.
Well, no, just like
I mean-
did
Your Marquez your favorite every year. You need to
Not
stop.
so.
his performances this year, like he was on the podium a lot of times that he wasn't supposed to be. I mean, his performance improved dramatically compared to what he has been doing past.
My man, when
years in Canada.
Smitty was rooting for Marquez when he was in the hospital drip with the IV in. He's like, he
Yeah.
can still come back. He can still win it.
Hey,
I mean,
The
I
hell
think
out
it's
of
gonna be
Marquez, man.
it's gonna be a tough fight. I mean, I think Martin probably still have a chance because
No, he doesn't have a
he's
chance.
just a fast rider. He'll like Martin. You can let it go, Rexy. You can let it go, Rexy.
No, he's on
I
Aprilia.
hope
He's
next
on
year.
Aprilia. It's not like I'm not questioning his skill. He doesn't. It's because he's on Aprilia.
the bike.
And the bike hasn't been
Well,
proven yet.
Who says they can't? Who says they can't improve next year?
today?
Oh
Y'all-
yeah.
y'all watch,
I haven't started talking yet. I'm letting you guys talk.
Yo, I think next year is gonna be a big surprise, and I hope one of the surprises for me is that
Ducati,
Aprilia finds something else on the bike. But let me tell you, Pramac on Yamahas looks crazy. That looks crazy. Who knows what KTM's gonna come out with? Because we've seen a major step up in their competition and on what they were able to do this year. We got to look at next year is gonna be incredible. And remember that A, B, and C have restrictions. There's freezes on all those motorcycles. Now, all the D level bikes, all of them got open access to do what they have to do to improve their bikes for the following season. So it's about to get crazy.
Okay.
It really is. And I think Martin definitely has the skills to do something amazing with Aprilia. I'm not saying to win the championship, but I think they'll be in contention. And let me tell you, Bezecchi's a monster. He is a young bull, hungry, with a lot to prove. And this is the time when you put these two people. I've met Bezecchi personally. I think he's the type of rider that you want to have next to you as a teammate. And especially with the same point, like they're two upcoming superstars that really have a lot to prove. And with a team like Aprilia, who's just gonna be just as hungry as them to prove that point, man, they gonna let the guns loose on MotoGP.
So I hear what you guys are saying, and just keep in mind that the amount of times that Pecco crashed out this year at his own peril, nobody beat him. He crashed out. And
how does he correct that though?
And well, look at how he finished. And so for me, if I was him, I'm sitting here like, well, nobody beat me this year. I beat myself. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood but me. You know what I'm saying? And to me, next year, I think this year, this last weekend, realized like, if I'm looking at it, if I'm looking at the whole season, I'm just like, yo, okay, how many DNFs did I have? Like 8, 9, something like that, some ridiculous number. So imagine if he had only 4, who's beating him? Even with Marquez.
That was my favorite. Yeah, I agree with you.
So Pecco is the favorite for next year. Now, let's just keep in mind, earlier this year when Acosta was running up front with all the top riders, those guys were figuring out the 2024 bikes. Once they figured out the 2024 bikes, they stepped up their game, and Acosta couldn't catch him or any of the other bikes, matter of fact. And I saw something that, out of 20 rounds, Ducati only lost, in Austin to Vinales twice. Other than that, it's been a Ducati that won 19 rounds out of 20. And so for Bagnaia, who's been on that bike the longest, I got to throw Morbidelli in it. I'll throw Marquez in it. And I'll put Di Giannantonio in it. So it's going to be Ducati for next season. Even I don't care how fast those other guys get, on their bikes. They haven't been proven in 3 years because Ducati's won all the championships in 3 years. The team, the constructor, the individual, and so it's going to be Ducati next year. Now 2026, that might be wide open, but you see how long Maverick took to get comfortable on the Aprilia. And you guys tell me, Martin has the championship, so I'll give him that. But are they really a better rider than Vinales? Bezecchi and Martin?
Yes.
Why? I don't know.
You go first, CJ. You go first.
I
get too excited when I hear Martin. I get too excited.
Go ahead.
I want to hear what you got to say. Go ahead.
We got an order to this. Go ahead, man.
All right. So you saying is Martin and Bezecchi better
than Bezecchi and Martin? Because it took him about a year and change to get comfortable on that Aprilia.
I mean, I think yes. I think Martin. It's so hard to say. People got different riding styles. I mean, every year things improve. I mean, Maverick has been on different manufacturers, and this is probably one that he just can't figure out.
Manufacturers?
What's that?
How many different manufacturers?
But this is one that I just probably can't figure out.
Everyone he said.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
All of them.
He didn't win a title, so I'm just saying. So, so you think Martin and Bezecchi's it will have a better result on their pro year on their Vinales' first year was horrible, so we're not even going to count that. But you feel like they're going to do much better on their pro year than he did.
I do. I mean, like, let's go back. I don't know who was Maverick Vinales' teammate. Like Trackstar said, what was that?
On the Yamaha or on the Aprilia?
On the pro year.
Aleix.
And
then it was Rossi and Quartararo on the Yamaha.
So I mean, like I was saying, like Bezecchi, I think is a good teammate. I think him and Martin can definitely do something together. I think every teammate that Maverick had, Aleix was his teammate both years, right?
Yeah.
He's on the pro year? Okay.
Yeah. He was on the pro year for 3 years.
I just don't think. I mean, I don't know how much him and Aleix was, trying to help each other, but it seemed like Aleix was in another direction, as he was retiring. So I think the teammate does matter. And coming off of a strong win, you want to do good. And Bezecchi definitely needs to improve. I mean, he's a good rider, but this is like a good stepping stone. I think they will have better results. Right. I think so.
So yeah, I'll put the question to you, other guys as well. I mean, is Vinales, that bad of a rider compared to these guys? I mean, these guys, it's. I mean, outside of Costa and Marquez, it's rare that there's a guy that's fast first year on a bike.
Okay, true.
Smitty?
No, so is Maverick better than other guys? Yes, he is, but he's not as consistent. He's all over the place. One minute he's a top 7 rider, next minute he's back in 20th place. So with him, you don't know what you're getting. So, but pure speed, yes, he's better than the other guys you just named. Bezecchi and those guys. So yeah, I like Maverick though. He's solid.
So ask me the question one more time. I just want to hear the goddamn question out your mouth so I can answer it. This time with some hair on my chest.
There's 2 parts. I think that Ducati's going to win for 2025.
Nah, come on. That wasn't part of the question, my brother.
Because when I said it, these guys said that, Martin has a chance and these guys had a chance. And that's when I threw in are these guys better than Vinales? So because they have to be better than Vinales to win the championship, right? They're gonna have to be better than him.
Give me the spice. Give me the spice.
Okay, is Martin and Bezecchi better than Vinales? That's the spice.
Hell yeah, we champions, baby. We champions, man.
That's it.
Yo, let me tell you. I think they paired up Martin with the
best possible teammate.
The B version of Pecco. Yeah. With the B version of Pecco. Yeah. Because Bezecchi is super talented. He's super Italian. He got that super personality. Everybody loves Bezecchi. And he's not that loud rider. He's that quiet guy, gets on his bike and does what he do. That's why this kid is incredible. Mm-hmm. He just had a tough year. He had that major crash.
At the ramp.
Yeah, and he got back out there. So he's ready to ride even hurt and complete the season. And that's important, especially when you're going to a manufacturer where you're actually developing a bike too. You're not only it's availability, and this guy is available, just like Martin is. Martin would have gotten up from that hospital with the 2 broken legs and came out and ridden that bike. But they are gonna be a better team than Vinales and Aleix. I'm telling you, it's going to be lit next year for Aprilia. I'm not saying they're going to win a championship, but they're going to put that bike in contention, at least for the factory, for the manufacturer's championship or something. They're just going to put points up there. They really are. I promise you.
Okay.
So top 5?
Well,
They've been
I
making
think
some
that
steps.
I'm telling you, I see them. I see them finishing third in the manufacturers championship.
I think that's what they finished this year. Because KTM finished in front of them. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and as I was gonna say, because
But it had to be Ducati.
yes, Ducati.
It had to be Ducati,
Yeah.
Pramac. Pramac had to be in there.
No, yeah. Well, team.
That's what I'm saying.
For team, yes, for team.
For
but
teams, I'm
yeah.
telling you, Aprilia is gonna be third as far as teams constructors championship.
Next year.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta write this down.
Place your bets.
Where does that leave KTM? I mean,
I think
all you guys
I think
where's KTM next year? Because to me this year Aprilia struggled, and I don't believe it was of Oliveira, Raul, Aleix, and Maverick. Right, you got 4 riders that struggled. At least Brad was there for a little bit. At least Miller was there for a little bit. Acosta was there for a little bit. The only person that struggled all year on KTM this year was Fernandez. But literally outside of Maverick winning them two wins, and I think Aleix got on a podium this year, Aprilia struggled.
so. Next year, not to jump in front of you, TJ, but I just got the stuff in front of me, and I just want to let y'all know that Pedro Acosta and hold on.
Brad Bender.
Yeah, and Brad Bender will. That's the only team that kind of stays the same. Everywhere else, everything changed. So you got Bastianini and Maverick on gas.
Yep,
on
factory
or Tech 3, whatever
factory.
they want to call
factory.
it.
They're
This
straight factory now, like Pramac and Yamaha.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna have the same bike. But that's growing pains right there. They will not be in contention off the back. But when you have, and we already know that what Aprilia is, but then you have Pramac, which is now
Yamaha.
That's gonna be crazy. But that's growing pains again, right? You're giving a chance for Honda to really step up and pass a lot of people because they kind of got some solidarity or consistency in what they saw this year. They got no surprises for next year but to get better. And we saw that towards the end of the year they actually moved up from 21st and 22nd, moving up to actually 15th and even 12th. So all these changes, Alex Rin going to Yamaha, with who else is Alex Rin going with? With Fabio, right?
Yeah, him and Fabio. What the boy name know?
More changes.
Miller and Oliveira.
Yeah.
Is that who it is? Miller and Oliveira.
Johan Mir and Raul Fernandez teaming up too.
No, it's Raul Fernandez and the Ayagura for 2025.
Ayagura, my fault. Yeah. It's gonna be crazy because it's like they did swaps everywhere.
Exactly. So the only person who's not changing is Pecco. Morbidelli's not changing because he's going to be on the same bike this year as next year. Brad Bender, they're getting 25 bikes, so it's not really a bigger change. Quartararo and obviously Rins, they'll just get newer versions of their bikes and not changing. So there's only a handful of people that kind of on this, have the most experience on the same machinery that they had the year before. So we for some reason Alex Marquez struggled on a 23 bike. Bezzecchi hurt but struggled. De Gennaro hurt but struggled as well on a 23 bike. Marquez was the only one that didn't struggle. So we know that it takes some riders longer to get up to speed on these bikes. So realistically, and I'll use World Superbike as an example. You know, Alex Lowe's was the only person that capitalized on being on the same bike because you know there was a lot of changes happened in World Superbike, and I believe he finished third in the championship or something like that, or fourth in the championship or something like that. So I will say that, you know, for these, that's why I think, Ducati's going to win it next year. I mean, there's no, it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard. Like they only missed that one race. They only didn't win one race this year.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that, but just a question. I mean, obviously Ducati's at the top right now, but there's a little bit of changes for Ducati as well. I mean, we got to see how they handle it. You know, they don't get any contingency really because they're at the top.
Boo.
But they're also losing 2 bikes. So now they're going from 8 to 6. So do you think their data will change? Because now Pecco is going to have to rely on Mark. Mark's going to have to rely on Pecco. I mean, just no? You don't think so? You don't think anything's going to change?
I think they were going to have 2 complete different setups, 2 complete different bikes.
Well, not just them 2. I'm just talking about Ducati overall with 6 bikes. You know, now
remember
you got 4 Yamahas, you got 4 KTMs. You know, it's a little bit more of an even playing field. As you're saying, everyone switched around.
Right.
It's a little change for Ducati as well. I mean, obviously, you know, we know what they can do, and they got the best riders right now. So
it's consolidation.
Just question.
It's consolidation for them, and they are the benchmark for how a MotoGP paddock is run today. So I think because of that, you know, they're consolidating, and you know they got the best riders still. You know, I mean, I'm not going to deny Mark Marquez what he's capable of doing, and he's a great rider. I mean, he's one of the top 4 riders in the world ever. Right, Giacomo, Rossi, Mark Marquez. I mean, you know, who's I mean, we could talk about some, you know, some other riders in between there, but you know, so you and his talent is what got him the factory seat. Maybe it's his name, but his talent got him the factory seat this year, and Ducati saw something to keep him. So I do believe that, you know, they have everything they need. It's a matter of is Morbidelli going to show up? Is Furman Aldeguer going to show up? Is Alex Marquez going to show up? I'll throw Morbidelli in there. I think he's going to show up, but just to make you guys happy, I'll throw Morbidelli in there too. But Pecco and Marquez is definitely showing up, and I think DeGen Antonio is going to definitely show up.
Okay.
I hope so. And you say Morbidelli a lot.
Listen,
you
man.
do, man. That's your guy, man.
Because he's, you know, to me, I don't know. To me, Morbidelli is still a better rider than Pecco. And
what?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to say that because he's VR46 Academy.
Wow.
Yeah, he's VR46 Academy, and you know,
between
Yamaha and between his injury is where he suffered, and you see this year how much he shined. I don't want to sit here and say he's like a rookie like Pedro, but he had similar runs like Pedro this year.
So hold on. Let me understand this right. Franco Morbidelli is a better rider than Pecco Bagnaia, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
I gotta go, man. Hey, good night, fellas. Crazy, man.
Look, man, think about it like this, right? You're a teacher. You teach kids. Frankie was there before Pecco. He was there in the academy before Pecco. You know,
now he's special ed now. Yeah.
I'm done.
He got left back.
All right, you know, that's just me. I'm rooting for Frankie.
I understand. And you can root for him, though, but say he's better than Pecco. Come on, man. You're crazy, man. Hold on. Hey, that cup you got there. Hey, what's in it?
Nothing. It's empty.
Because you drunk, man.
I honestly think so because, like, the way the academy, and I'm not inside the academy, but they're all hungry. And Morbidelli was winning on a satellite team. Before Pecco was, I don't even know if Pecco was on the podium on the satellite team, but you know he was winning on the satellite team over Delhi, and like I said, I mean that weird knee injury jacked him up, and then the Yamaha was bad. But you saw him like, you know, he finished better than he. I would have let me look at it right now. Where did he finish? But I think he finished even better than Bezzecchi this year. He finished better than Bezzecchi this year. So yeah. He finished ninth, and Di Antonio's 10th, and Alex and all of them are down there. So yeah. No, I think that, and it's his first year on a Ducati.
Okay, we'll see next year. Man.
No, I mean we will. Listen, man, I can't wait for next year. But you guys, I don't want to take up the thing. You know, you can dispute all that I've said, and I'll continue drinking my coffee.
Your vodka, yeah.
I think Frank is a super talent, man. 2020 he came in second in the championship, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he got hurt.
I think that I think he got a lot. I think he got a lot to prove, and now he's on his team.
Yeah,
he's back home. He's with Rossi. Rossi gives him a lot of confidence. Rossi gives them all the confidence they need.
Exactly.
On and off the track. And I think that...
And he's on the same bike next year. He's on the same bike next year that he's on this year. So nothing changes for him. He's still on a 24.
Nothing really changes for him. Except whatever good things that they get during the testing that can help them go faster next year. So... That's gonna be a strong point for all these people that are still where they were as far as riders are concerned. Like I was saying, for Quattorano who didn't move, Pecco who didn't move, Marquez gonna have some growing pains regardless because he's going to somewhere new. He's gonna be with a whole new crew. But like I said, the people who didn't move, Zarco is gonna have an upper hand on a lot of these people. He's staying where he was.
Right.
Marini and Mir, they staying where they are.
And Zarco is the strongest Honda guy.
Yeah, but Starz.
He really was. He really was from the beginning too. I don't know. This guy was. He really felt good on the Honda. So next year is gonna be super interesting, man. Just because of that, we got like an equalizer with everything that happened. That people got swapped out, bikes got changed, new manufacturers, people on new bikes. It's gonna be crazy because everybody has a lot to prove. Because if not, there's gonna be even more moves going forward. Like people, you might not get Quattorano back on a Yamaha. If the Yamaha doesn't improve, he's gonna want out of there. If and hold me to this. Remember that I said this. If Marc Marquez does not win a championship on Ducati next year, he might want to go back to Honda. Because Honda has to have something in place.
He might, but I mean, I think 26 is his. You know, who's the most? I'll put this to all you guys. Who's going to be the most hungriest to you for next year?
Most hungriest.
Pecco.
Everybody got their own reason, but
he has to be the hungriest rider because he just lost.
And it's because of him. It's just nobody beat him.
Exactly. He got nobody to blame but himself. Like, he knew he had the best bike on the grid. He had the best mechanics. He had the best team backing him up. And he had a whole country behind him. And then some.
And he crashed the lane.
Him losing to Martin, the person he beat 2 years in a row.
You know what I'm saying? First year, but we could throw him in there.
No. We come on, man. Come on. Martin was coming for that. Martin was coming for that. And he knew he was battling with one person, even though he might have thought, no, that battle is between Bastianini and Martin. Doesn't really include me because I got this championship in hand. Yo, Martin was coming.
Yeah.
He was coming, and if he didn't crash so much in the beginning, things would have been crazy for the end. But Martin Martin had those situations, but it's gonna be when I tell you next year is gonna be probably the best racing we've ever seen, and no one's gonna want it more than Pecco. Nobody,
Right.
not even Marquez.
But
I
Trax,
say,
question for you.
TJ, hang on. TJ, go ahead. You guys answer that, and then hold on your question, Smitty, until afterwards. Go ahead, TJ.
I was gonna say that I definitely think Pecco is probably the hungriest for sure, but I think it'll go Pecco, Marquez, Martin, and then Enea as the top four because I don't really see the hunger in Enea, and after the season of what happened, for him to come out the next year, even though in whatever team he's on. But I still see the fight in Martin. Like he saw Pecco get back to back. I'm sure he wants to do the same thing. And I know Pecco probably don't want him to do that. He's saying that I don't want you to be in the same category as me type deal.
Right.
But Marquez is just another breed. I just feel like he doesn't show his hunger. He just proves it.
Smitty.
Yeah, so hold on. Let me go back a little bit. Trackstar, my question for you now. You just said that next year Marquez is going to have a tough time trying to learn, the bike, right?
I don't think a tough time, but he's gonna have some growing.
Okay, fair enough. But I recall you saying a couple of weeks ago that you felt that he was on the 24 bike anyway this season.
Yeah, remember that he to me he had a lot of 2024 features. You know what I'm saying? Like if I gave you a 2023 car, but I told you, that the 2024 seats fit in it, and they got the massaging seats on there. I could install that on there if you want that.
Suspension.
And they like, put that on, and they make it work with the 2023. But remember that, he's gonna have a choice. Bagnaia is gonna have a choice. They're gonna ride the 2025 bike this week.
Yeah,
if they didn't ride it already, and they're gonna say, should we use the 2024 or the 2025? Almost all the time, factory riders go with the new setup.
Yeah, and that's part of their contract. They have to because they're part of testing. So,
but when they test a bike, Marquez will know right off the bat. He'll say, the 2025 is better. This is it. Or the 2025 is not what we want. We will want the 2024. You got to fix this and this and that on the 2025. Because I know I felt good on this 2024. And he'll ride Pecco's 2024 bike on the track too. So he knows exactly what he was missing compared to the 2023 2024 hybrid he was on.
Right. Okay.
So this is what I'm saying. Like he's gonna have a tough time figuring out what is better and what's not, because he got used to that 2023 and he felt good on that hybrid. But we're gonna see now what the 2024 had and what the 2020. He's basically testing 3 different bikes. To compare.
He had to do the same thing. His start of the year was the same way. He had to learn the 2024 bike before he got going.
And let me ask.
I think that's where most of his mistakes probably came from, is just probably to learn the bike.
Let me ask this. Who's the bigger help in the past weekend? Was it Bastianini or Marc Marquez? And
my God!
Did Marquez help? Did he help Pecco? Or he just couldn't pass Pecco? I want to talk about this.
Baby.
Go ahead.
No, hold on. I don't want to start on this. Go ahead.
Don't get quiet on me.
No. So the bigger help. I mean, was help really needed anyway?
Yes.
Though, honestly,
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
You a
And so-
liar. You a liar for even bringing that up.
nah, because Martin wasn't trying to
Oh
win
my
actually. So what help was needed?
What?
He didn't need help.
He needed help. If,
He
Yo,
needed
my
help.
man, let me
He needed
let me
help.
Go ahead.
He needed help.
let me get right to it because
Yeah.
y'all tippy toeing like y'all always do.
Go ahead, man.
What the hell happened as soon as they opened the gate to qualifying? My man, Pecco's in the front. Pecco comes out first. Mark Marquez right behind him. I believe Franco Morbidelli was out there with them. Bastianini. There were 5 bikes. I can't remember who was the 5th rider. But 5 bikes go out together.
I think it was a KTM. I think it was a KTM in fifth place. Oh, look. Go ahead, talk.
And they come out to help Pecco. Straight up and down to help Pecco get space and let him ride to the front and make sure that Mark Marquez is the second bike behind them. Because they said that Mark Marquez was trying to just ride behind Pecco to qualify and get the pull. Why does Mark Marquez want to help Pecco or bring space? Let Jorge Martin go behind Pecco. Let Jorge Martin get second place in qualifying and let them bang it out. But no, 5 riders went out with Pecco to make sure that they get the draft and the race line for the best time ahead of Jorge Martin.
Yeah.
Mind games right out the gate, my brother. He couldn't even count on his own teammate. To help him
He need
get
help.
to the
That's the
front.
thing.
He had to get
this.
help from his best friend who's on Aprilia to go and tow him to 3rd place.
That's right.
You saying that they were no games?
I'm saying he didn't need it. That's what I'm saying, man. He didn't need it.
Who didn't need
That shit was like Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yo.
I mean, the GP race, Aleix, man, we were all talking how everyone's out to get Jorge Martin. I mean, Aleix was the savior, well, not the savior, but he's the one that helped Martin. He was slowing riders down, so they couldn't,
and that was during the race. Let's talk about. Don't skip to that. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet.
That's why I didn't want to go. That was my rebuttal on who was against him.
Yeah.
So you brought it up, TJ. What you think about that during the race? You didn't notice no help during the race, neither.
Smitty, I noticed, so I don't. Smitty.
A little bit, but that's it. But once again, it wasn't needed.
Elation is full.
He was holding all
nobody helped Pecco. Nobody helped Pecco.
I'm saying Martin. I'm saying
Bastianini helped Pecco by passing Martin.
Yeah, a little close pass, yeah.
But
not only that,
and Marquez helped. I think
who was
Marquez
in second place
in the sprint or the main race.
When the race started, who was in second place?
Bastianini.
And started. Who was it?
I thought it was Bastianini, and then he fell back.
But Martin
Bastianini
Marquez passed
Marquez. First, it looked like it was gonna be a 1-2 Martin versus Pecco, and then they put the move on.
Yeah, it was Bastianini, and Bastianini ran wide and lost like
now
4
he started
positions.
kind of trying to slow up the pace.
Yeah.
To hold Pecco Martin back and let Pecco get the gap. Yo. And then not only that, but then Martin's trying to come to the front and cause even more drama. And then he fell back because he almost crashed.
Yeah.
Yo, it was just ridiculousness. All I was praying was, please, nobody let this guy crash. Like, don't take him out like that. Yeah. That's not what we want. That's not what we need. But there was help everywhere, everywhere. Not for Martin, for Pecco. The only person who helped Martin was the man who's retiring.
Elish.
Elish.
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
No,
I mean, he's probably the best one at this track.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Alex Marquez did a little bit too, because he could have, he could have.
You know who was the fifth rider? Bezecchi. Bezecchi was the fifth rider.
Yeah, Bezecchi was there. I don't, who knows if it what the team order was or who was trying, but definitely Aleix helped Martin, from the beginning of time, and he helped Martin this weekend, and he helped Martin more than he helped his own teammate, and so,
That's what I'm saying.
It's one of for me personally, yes, I would have loved to see Bagnaia win a third in a row and stuff like that. But from watching the whole season, how things unfolded, how we know, regardless if it was Ducati, regardless if it was Audi, they didn't back Martin, and they should have backed Martin. It's one of the weirdest. This is the first time ever that a satellite team has won a championship. It's also the first time ever that the person winning the championship is going to a new team next year. So these things. He is the true underdog in the sense of just how things pan out, and yes, from Ducati's standpoint, they've won 3 championships in a row. They've won 3 team championships in a row. They've won 3 constructor championships in a row, regardless of the rider, regardless if it's satellite or factory team. At the end of the day, they're still holding up all these banners. So it's a win-win for Ducati this year. But it's going to be really hard for these other teams to do anything next year. Before I know we're gonna do this quick wrap up a little short tonight. We were talking about Aleix. Do you guys have any thoughts on him, his career? He finished 4th. I believe he probably finished 4th in both races. Let me just check real quick and make sure it's both races he finished 4th in. He finished 5th in the sprint and finished 4th in the sprint. And it's funny that him and Alex Marquez are flipped between 5th and 4th between both races. So, yeah, maybe there's more help than maybe the Marquez brother said, I help one, you help the other, and see who wins. What are your thoughts? Not just him. What are your thoughts before we wrap up? What are your thoughts on Aleix Espargaro, his career, Taka Nakagami's career? We got to throw Fernandez in there. He's going to be a test ride. I felt like he had a short career. He did have a short career, obviously, because he only got a couple of years in MotoGP. What are you guys' thoughts on these two guys who are not going to be in MotoGP next year?
I guess I'm not in that order, but that's another thing I was talking about, having a short career. I mean, it sucks for Fernandez. I wish I could have seen more out of him. And just jumping to Aleix, just congratulating him for the longevity of being in MotoGP and setting an example for a lot of riders. Kind of like how Morbidelli is doing, but for him to still be able to compete at his age, and especially this track where he won and didn't win and won it the next year. He's just a strong rider. He's going to be a test rider as well. But I think he had an awesome career. And also to have a brother, to race with is also another privilege to have. So I think that's pretty cool. But gonna miss Aleix, the things that he did. Like, he tried to put his kids out there and set an example that way too. So he was all positive. As far as Taka goes, the way this weekend started, I mean, his name was right at number 1 in the practice. I was hoping this would be the chance that he could pull it off, like at a sprint or something, to get a podium. Come on, Trax guys, come on, give him one more shot. But for I think he had a great career as well. For being a Japanese rider and just sticking out. He's very competitive, but he just didn't have it.
Okay, fair enough. Elish, always liked him. He's always very, edgy, competitive. He's very, what's the word also? Like emotional. He always spoke, what was on his mind at all times.
Oh yeah.
Good rider, had a good career. But the only thing that's kind of like, now, he's been a test rider for Honda. So I hope the Honda bike gets better because of him. So we'll see what happens, And Taka, I think he was just a well-liked rider. He win races or get podium, but he was just always around doing things for Honda. He's been loyal to Honda since day one. It seemed like, solid guy. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, really, for those two. But Elish, I hope he brings Honda back to the glory days.
My man over here, the politician, Smitty, the politician. I'm over here. I go like, Taka Taka, Nakagami.
You gotta go.
Hey, goodbye. It's about time. It's about time. Filling up that seat because of your political connections. Now, let me stop. I don't know, but that's what it seemed like. That guy been in MotoGP for how long? I never seen him competitive 1 year in his life out here.
What I'm saying? Not one.
My man TJ over here, because when I saw him in first place, with 15 minutes
practice one
in qualifying,
after the first lap.
The first lap. He was the first one. He was the first one to go out on the track. Of course, he's in first place.
Oh, that. I know, of course.
Come on now. Yeah, we knew he was gonna finish 28th. There's only 20. Yeah, come on, man.
But down second, third, fourth, fifth.
But you know what? At the end of the day, he was still there in MotoGP. A lot of riders haven't been in his position, haven't had the opportunity. But goddamn, thank God we got some new blood in MotoGP, and those seats are free because he's out of here. And as far as the LH brothers, both of them retiring, I think it's a beautiful thing. I think, I don't want to talk bad about LH. She helped my rider, the only rider to help Martin out. I got to be grateful. But let's talk about some other riders that got like 1,000 lives. My man, Jack Miller. What the hell? You still... What?
Still there.
He's at pro.
He's young. He's
Leave
young,
him
man.
alone. Leave my boy
man.
Jack alone, man.
Jack Miller's in Pro Mac. I was like, what? How long is he gonna, how many chances is he gonna get? I know we love him, but when is he really gonna retire? And then we got Johan. I mean, yeah, he was one of the better riders in Honda, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
he looks
40. What are you cleaning house over there, man?
Right, he's cleaning house.
I don't want to clean house, but what else?
You sound like Smitty.
Right. When I said I'm the bad guy now, but he says it's good, right?
He said get rid of all the rest.
Because Smitty says whoever's in last place, he's not talking about nothing about age. Either whoever's in last place, get rid of the next 4 riders.
Right, go.
Bring in the Moto 3 guys. Yo, talking about Moto 2 though, my man Connect, baby.
Oh, yes. Before we go, let's talk about that.
That race was crazy.
That's the Red Sox right there. The curse is gone.
Come on, bring Connect, give Connect Jack Miller's spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not right. Listen. That's that. Hold on a minute there, Rondell.
Nah, Miller, I'm joking, Miller.
I apologize, Jack.
Canet,
I apologize, Jack.
Canet fluffing the start, dropping down 9 positions or plus, and he's like, "Yo, I don't care about my tires." He's like, I don't care about my tires, and was able to pull off that win. And TJ and I at the beginning of the year, we talked about connect, all these second places, and
Right.
for him now to be the most consistent with first places this year, and to finish the season off, one, should he have gotten a seat over these other guys that didn't win a championship? Two, is he the favorite for next season for Moto 2?
Yeah,
Ooh.
for one, he
I think Joe
definitely
Roberts
should
is.
go to MotoGP. Definitely should have a seat for MotoGP next year. And two, he's definitely should be the favorite. I mean, I don't want to say like Igor definitely rode very well this year. I mean, Samka Chantra rode very well this year. Um, and
Roberts.
from here out of here, he didn't really show what we expected him to see. Like every race is something different with him. Like there's no real consistency. I think Aaron Canet should have been in going into 2025, but I think for sure he'll be a favorite next year.
Yeah, and not to jump in before you guys, you brought up Furman Aldeguer. I think if Ducati waited to sign him, I think Ducati was hoping he was a Pedro. He may still be a Pedro in MotoGP, but this year in Moto 2, he was a bust.
Oh yeah,
Who was a bust?
Furman Aldeguer.
Premier.
Yeah. Not completely, but
He didn't do much, right?
Bad
He-
choices.
yeah,
bad
they-
choices.
Underachieved.
Like a Ben Simmons. He's like a Ben Simmons.
You can't go
Nah.
on the MotoGP like that. You can't go in like that. Like Igor is going in as a champion. So, Samkai Chantra, like he's going in, like he can't go in, like they're going in with a different slate than he is. I mean, I don't know whose fault it is. I think it's Ducati's fault.
I think they signed him
signed
too
him too
soon.
early, like you said.
I think they were hoping that he was a Pedro Acosta, and he probably is, and showed sign that he was when he got signed. But something happened this year. Whether he was just felt he didn't have to put in the work because he was already signed. I don't know what I don't know what happened. But
Should be Canet on
the
Gresini.
inconsistency of him this year. I don't know. I think if he had a better year, he would have been on VR46 instead of Gresini.
you know who's someone that always shows light every season and it just doesn't work out. Tony Albalino,
Yeah.
African. I really like him, man. Like, I hope next year is a better year for him. But this guy is just incredible. But next year, if Joe Roberts doesn't end in first or second place, Joe Roberts needs to get out of there and either come to Moto America or go to World Superbike.
Yeah. World Superbike.
Okay.
And get on the big bike and try to win that way and come back to MotoGP on a big bike through those lines, because he doesn't want to be Aaron Canet in a couple years.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I'll take Aaron Canet finishing in 14 second places. I'll take that.
No, but what I'm saying is you don't want to be Aaron Canet like so many years in Moto 2, Moto 2,
right.
Moto
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
And no, you're never gonna see MotoGP.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by that. Tony Albalino, he got time. You know, they Moto 2 is still young. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of they all got time to come up, but there's a few guys that is just you way past your prime to be even in Moto 2.
Nice.
So and Canet and Roberts are definitely the two big names that I see gotta figure something out like right now.
Right.
Jake Dixon is not another one I want to say, but he's somebody else that I just waiting for them to really like
Yeah.
go to the next level.
Yeah. No, I'll say those guys have some bad luck. And Albolino, I don't know what happened to him. He struggled a bit, and he came into his own. At least he's coming to his own towards the end. But he definitely, I think the Mark VDS team expected more from him than he showed this year, which is unfortunate. We're at the top of the hour, so we're going to wrap up. The cool thing about a season ending in motorcycle racing is next season starts the next day. So all good things to come on the Be Forever Cool podcast for the next round. We got lots of motorcycle racing to talk about coming up. I want to thank all you guys for coming on and contributing and doing everything you guys have done this year. Let's shout out your sponsors and tell people how they can connect, and so we can keep this thing rolling.
J&G Performance, Woodcraft Technologies, official Vortex, and Hideaway RV Rentals to help me out on my riding season for whatever I need for discounts. And you can find me on Instagram and TikTok, 2 Wheels and Coffee, 2 Wheels _ coffee.
Smitty, Smith Shot Racing. You find me on Instagram at Smith Shot Racing, YouTube, Smith Shot Racing, and that's it, y'all. Looking forward to 2025. Mark Marquez.
Nice.
It's your boy Trax Stars. Shout out to Dineza. Make sure you guys are shopping at your Dineza store for your AGV products, TCX products, and of course your Dineza product. Mention Trax Stars at any store. They're gonna show you some love. Especially if you're in New York, shoot me a DM. I'll meet you at the store, help you out. Ducati, New York. We're gonna have an incredible year for bikes, my peoples. You're gonna want to be on that Ducati, the 2025 Panigale, or your V2. Don't worry about that power reduction. All the manufacturers did it. Come to your local Ducati dealership, especially at Ducati New York or your closest Warhorse dealerships. There's a whole bunch of them in PA. So make sure you guys are mentioning Track Stars. AEM, your sprockets, your rear sets, or your Ducati, your MV Agusta, or your KTM. Use Track Stars at checkout, get your little discount. But this is the biggest discount of all. It's for your Warhorse merchandise. Yo, 60% off when you use the code WH60. You're not going to regret it. Get your husband, get yourself, get your kids some nice, amazing Warhorse merchandise. The quality is amazing. I wear it all the time. And you already know it's your boy Track Stars. I love you guys. Like I always say, stay up on tools. And yo, racing is over, but we still gonna talk motorcycle talk consistently. We still gonna talk that track talk. We still gonna talk that bike talk because it's.
I want to thank everybody for coming on to Be Forever Cool podcast. Go to Workbench Technology. Support anything you need. Go to BeForeverCool.com and get merch. Check out the show. Check everything out. Like Track Stars saying, some of us got Panigales coming next year. Can't wait.